pistols of armor. If today happens to be your first time of watching our video, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't let this be your last time of coming to this channel. Now, please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, it's very necessary you subscribe. And for you to be notified by any uploads we make on this channel, please turn on your bell notification to be notified anytime we upload new video. Today I'm making a one-step off-shoulder blouse, and these are materials we'll be using for the project. So my scissors, my tape, my blue pen, my red pen, and then my pattern paper, which happens to be the brown paper. So you can see it's very indicated. So bars orange, under bars orange, and waistline. Okay, so these are the lines here. I've labeled the line. So bars point, under bars. This is our waistline, and then 2-inch allowance for the blouse. Okay. Her nipple to nipple here is 7. So I'll stand on the bars point and then divide the 7 into 2 and mark. So this is it. 3.5. 3.5 plus half-inch allowance, which is 4. I'll be marking 4 here. I'll mark this throughout. Okay, so I'll come to the waistline and do exactly the same to that part too. And then I connect with my rule like this. So on the waistline, which is here, I'll come in by half an inch. The waistline, I'll come in by half an inch here, and then go out by 2-inch allowance. 2-inch. Sorry, I came in by I came in by half an inch, and I went out by 2-inch. Right. So with this one, I'll be doing the same thing to this part as well. I came in by half an inch here, half an inch here, and then out by 2-inch. I'll connect these 2 lines here. These 2 dots rather, sorry. So dots here. I'll do this connection to this part too. And then on the bars point here, I'll curve to meet the bars point here. I'll be curving this part to meet the bars point here. I actually don't have the curve here, but if you have it, you can use it. But if you don't have it and you think you are good in freehand, you can as well do that. Okay, so sure you can see the sketch is already out. Now I'll be dividing my my armhole into 2. Remember we had 8 inches. I'll be dividing my 8 inches into 2. So let's see what we'll have here. 8 divided by 2 is actually 4. So there'll be no need in calculating anything. I'll just give it a dot over there and know where I'll be dividing. So this is it. This is our waistline. Okay. Now, so since it's an off-shoulder dress, I'm going to place my tape here. And then start my neckline from this part. I hope you're getting me. We are making an off-shoulder dress, right? So definitely the shoulder part of this blouse won't be indicated. And therefore I'll be eliminating the shoulder part So with me eliminating it, I'll be taking 5 inches from the shoulder part. Okay, I'm taking 5 inches from the shoulder part. So this is my 5 inches here. I indicate that with just a dot over here. With the 5 inches, I'm going to give it a line this way. Okay, I'm sure you can see what I'm trying to imply here. I'm giving it a line this way, and on the line, I don't actually want my off shoulder to be straight, and I mean the neckline. I don't actually want my neckline of the off shoulder to be straight, so I'll be curving it a bit and full. And so for the curving part, I'll come in by 3 inches. I'll come in by 3 inches, and this is it. I'll come in by 3 inches, and this is it. So I'll stand on my fifth line and then connect it to that point. See, okay, so I give it a slight curve here. Right, so that is just by the way. Now I'll stand on my neckline here, and I'll be standing on my neckline here and then measure 5 inches. Okay, I'll go in for 6 rather. I'll measure 6 inches, and on the 6 inches is where I'll be taking my neckline that. Right, so I'll come in by 1 inch here and go in by another 1 inch, making 2, and I will join it to this bust point over here. I wish I have my curve here, but since I don't have it, I'll be using the ruler and also a bit of my freehand sketch. Okay, right, and then connect like so. This is my off shoulder. Let me show you to the camera. Have you seen it? So this is my off shoulder. I'll be cutting off this back point over here, and that is where we are going to determine. After that, we'll be determining our main measurement for this tutorial, right? For this pattern, let me say it that way. So this is my neck, this is actually my off shoulder. It's very simple. It's very simple. So if I'm done with taking off the dot point here, and then I'll come and then determine the neckline of this blouse. So I'll be cutting for you to see what I'm trying to imply here. Right, so this is it. Our first cut. So I'm now going to determine the accurate measurement for this project. Okay, to determine the accurate measurement for this project, you have to overlap it this way. Okay, so overlap it this way, and then determine you can see the lines matches exactly the same as this one. Okay, so and then measure my accurate measurement. Now the bust of this lady, 36 divided by 4 is 9. So you can see 9 plus 2-inch allowance will be 11. So this is it. Her waist measurement is 28. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7 plus 2-inch allowance is 9. And this is it. This is the waistline here. So it's 7. This is a 9. I mark this way. So with my rule, I'll just connect it like so. And then on the neckline, I'll come down by 2. On the armhole, I'll come down by 2 inches, like so, like so. Take my measure, my rule, and then connect it this way. Okay, so this is it. And then I will trim. I'm sure you can see. So this is it. It's very simple. Very, very, very simple. I'll be trimming this off, and then we'll get to see the exact structure of our project now. So that's simple. Okay. So on the allowance here, let me align it very well. Okay, so this is it. So you can see this is off shoulder bustier blouse. Very simple, very, very simple. You just need constant practice and then you are there. You just have to study carefully, and practice is the more, and then you are there. So I hope I did very well. Yes, I really tried because I am not a fashion designer. But girl, when it comes to sewing and its affiliate, don't you go there. This is just try this at home. Let me know how you do. And also, if you feel applied here, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so if you want to sew it, or if you want to sew it, you just have to manipulate this on your main fabric and cut, cut, cut. After cutting, you join, join, join. Your dress is ready. Right, this way, and then remove my armhole this way. It's going to be straight. Okay, right. So when I'm done, then I give. Let me check whether my waist to is 3.5 exactly. Okay, so my, like I told you, our shoulder, our bust, our nipple to nipple measurements is 3.5. This is it. It's exactly 3.5. So you are going to notch the 3.5 part, or if possible, you indicate it with just a pen, and then after the pen, you can stretch it out like this. Stretch it out like so, and then stretch your lines up. Okay, so on this notch part, you just on this line just notch this way, notch this way, right? After notching, see, we don't want our 3.5 to be touched. We'll just go in 1 inch like so, like so, and mark 1 inch here, 1 inch here. Stand on the 1 inch part and then mark another 1 inch out. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. Stretch it up. So normally our back pattern touches our back, that goes up, because as you can see our back is straight, right? So then I come and stand on my 1 inch this way. You see it? I stand on it this way and then connect it to my dot here, or my notch point here. See it? And then I'll do the same thing to this part. I'll stand on the I'll stand on my 1 inch from my nipple to nipple measurement, which is the 3.5, and then stand on the 1 inch I marked over that, and then connect my line here to join the dot I made on the waistline. So this is going to be that. So we are just going to hold this like this, and then so I'll be notching it so that the indication will be very clear. So this way, when you are sewing, you will not get fumbled. Uh, okay, so this is it. I've notched it so you can see. Right, so you're going to hold this. This is going to be your darts. Hold it like this and then stitch. Now let's determine the neckline of our blouse. Okay, for the back, I'll indicate my line. Okay, so I'll come down. I normally want my back part sewing, so I'll come down and make a V-neck. Yes, just this way. And that'll be all. Cut, 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 cut. So you can see what I'm doing. Go to this part, cut my first sleeve line here, and that'll be all. That is it. It's just simple. It's so simple. Like you never know. Simple like something I know I don't want to mention. Yeah. Simple like a bit here. Right. So this is it. We are done. We are done. We are done. So when you are able to do this, you get your blouse very nicely and neatly padded. See,